Today's video about muscle aging and rejuvenation. How we can rejuvenate our body with muscle workout. So it is part 8 in the increasing strength and mass of muscles. Okay. So in my life, I never was crazy about bodybuilding, resistance exercises, or calisthenics. My passion was always endurance exercises like swimming, diving, cycling, and jogging. But my attitude to resistance exercises has changed recently as I came to a conclusion that muscle hypertrophy can be an important part of human body rejuvenation and radical lifespan extension. Indeed, in my understanding, the chief process that governs our body aging is stiffening of extracellular matrix. Accumulation of senescent or so-called zombie cells and chronic inflammation are consequences of the extracellular matrix stiffening. So at this slide we see some schematic presentation of our body. So we have frame from collagen fibers, and we have also elastin fibers, which give most elasticity of our body. And then we have a number of cells which are in this matrix, supported by this matrix, and also capillaries and blood vessels and adipose tissue, etc. It's a lot of, it's just schematical presentation. But what we can see that there are some immune cells and like free macrophages, like here, you see, they are moving. They are moving, and they produce this maintenance of our body. So they kill some bacteria and other infected cells, but also they participate in repair and recovering of our body. So if everything will be okay, then we're supposed to live indefinitely long. So we are not, our longevity is not limited actually. But what is happening when we are aging, then tissues are getting stiffening, they're getting stiff. Why it is happening? Because we have excessive deposition of extracellular matrix of the collagen fibers, and then we have cross-linking of fibers with sugar and oxidized polyunsaturated fatty acids. What is happening? That all the tissue is stiffening, and eventually we have fibrotic liver or fibrotic other tissues, any other tissues. And these tissues don't losing elasticity, they are getting stiff. This is the main, in my understanding, it is the main cause of the aging. Chronic inflammation develops because of high concentration in blood of proinflammatory signal molecules, or so-called senescent associated secretive phenotype produced by zombie cells. As our body is getting more stiff, number of zombie cells and concentration of pro-inflammatory molecules SASP in blood is increasing exponentially. Recent research demonstrated that in certain conditions, muscular hypertrophy may reduce stiffening of skeletal muscles. Also, it is known that young elastic tissues are producing some signal molecules that may slow down and even reverse aging of other tissues and organs. Hormones are actually signal molecules that control our body. Concentration of some important hormones, like in hormone precursors and enzymes in human body, is dropping with age. In particular, levels of melatonin, growth hormone, DHEA, serotonin, insulin-like growth factors, etc. Also, it is demonstrated in numerous number of researches that physical activity, and in particular resistance exercises, stimulate production of these substances. Therefore, I have decided to start attending a gym and do regular resistance exercises, as well as to take various supplements to rejuvenate my body. And it works, it's fantastic. I mean, I'm attending a gym less than 2 months, and I enjoy it, really enjoy it. I feel myself like a Superman after the gym. Let us talk about extracellular matrix. Extracellular matrix provides the environment for many cell types within the body, and in addition to the well-recognized role as a structural support, influences many important cell processes within the body. So you again, I encourage you to download presentation. The link is in the description, and then clicking on the link in the text of the presentation, you can go to the sources of information and you can learn more. Extracellular matrix aging leads to molecular alteration in long-lasting stable polymers such as elastin and collagen. Elastin fibers gets destroyed while collagen fibers gets cross-linked by molecules of glucose and oxidated polyunsaturated fatty acids. Also, inflammation and overproduction of collagen leads to fibrosis of tissues. Okay, here again the schematic presentation of young tissue and aged tissue. Young has some extracellular matrix which supports the organ or the tissue, and in aged tissue we have excessive collagen production. We have cross-linking of the collagens, and we have also, because of this process, because of stiff extracellular matrix, we have accumulation of zombie cells. If why it is accumulates? Because macrophages, the free macrophages cannot go through this stiff extracellular matrix and cannot eliminate the zombie cells. Then we have accumulation of zombie cells, and these pro-inflammatory signal molecules from zombie cells, they ignite increase of the zombie cells near these cells and other organs, because these signal molecules are getting with blood everywhere. Okay, and we have, as I said, collagen cross-linking, and we have hypertrophy of some, this is muscle, and then we have this muscle cell, and then we have myocyte hypertrophy. Okay, then, but again, it's aging of muscles. It's here. So we see that in muscles there is excessive deposition of collagen, cross-linking of collagen fibers, and it is all getting stiff and inflamed also. Inflamed because it is inflammatory cells, including the zombie cells, are in the muscles also. The extracellular matrix of skeletal muscles contains tissue integrity and provides structural support, as I said. Generally, there are 3 layers of extracellular matrix in skeletal muscles, in this endomysium, perimysium, and epimysium. The extracellular matrix comprises up to 10% of muscle weight. Collagen is the main structural protein in the extracellular matrix of the skeletal muscles, and collagen accumulation was observed in the aged skeletal muscles compared to the young ones. These structural and biochemical changes in the extracellular matrix of aged skeletal muscles may lead to increased stiffness and impairment of fourth generation by the muscle cells. Okay, so we have here structure of the muscle, and we have this layers of the collagen of the extracellular matrix, which is epimycelium, perimycelium, and then endomycelium. Okay, and we have in this microphoto in show it is more clear. We have epimycelium, perimycelium, and endomycelium here, and we have also the muscle fiber in the inside. So okay, but you see that what is happening with age, excessive deposition of the extracellular matrix and stiffening of this extracellular matrix. Skeletal muscle tissues of well-trained seniors, average age of 70 years, are closer to the skeletal muscles of active young men, average age of 27 years, than to the age-matched healthy sedentary seniors. So regular physical activity attenuates age-related decay of muscles. Okay, you can go to the source of information. The sense is such that if you go exercises regular for 30 years in this publication, It was 30 years, but then there is muscles are not actually getting older. They resemble the muscles of the young men, not of the seniors of the same age, which are not involved in physical activity. Several recent reports studied and aged human individuals, and these reports indicated that the exercise could help to alter the extracellular matrix remodeling enzymes and make reduce age-associated muscle fibrosis. Okay, so this is what actually important, and we are coming to this important fact that exercises can reduce aging of the muscles. The exercises actually lead to remodeling of the extracellular matrix and to by enzymes. The enzymes they degrade the collagen, and then the collagen will be replaced. Okay, then here we see this difference between young muscles and old muscles. In older muscles, the extracellular matrix and collagen deposition we have, and thin, and then all the muscle cells are getting thinner. But in young cells and healthy cells, so satellite cells produce muscle hypertrophy if it is under stress and under progressive overload, and this is the difference. But if people go regular to these exercises, then their muscles are not different from young people. So trained elderly have the same muscles as young people. The same here untrained, here trained. So the trained elderly people have the same structure of the muscles as young people, and so not much different. And also all functioning of the muscles is similar to the young people. Okay, so only regular exercise can prevent the narrowing of the muscle fibers, deposition of extracellular matrix, excessive deposition of the extracellular matrix, and development of sarcopenia. Exercise increases the number and activation of satellite cells and growth of myotubes within proper structure and with proper structure and function of the muscle cells. Aging causes a decline in skeletal muscle function. It's if it is not, people not trained, resulting in a progressive loss of muscle mass, quality, and strength. Accumulation of collagen substantially increases in the skeletal muscles with age. Muscle injury, but then okay, this is a fact. But muscle injury, which can happen, for example, during high-intensity, low-volume resistant exercises, can induce muscle repair and regeneration of these cells in young and adult skeletal muscles. Surprisingly, again, this is a fact which is important. Surprisingly, muscle injury could not only efficiently induce regeneration in aged skeletal muscles, but it could also activate remodeling of extracellular matrix and clearance of the excessive deposition of collagen and extracellular matrix, stiffening extracellular matrix. So the physical exercises properly done, if they are properly done, and especially high intensity, low volume resistant exercises close to the limit, to the maximum load, they produce injury of the muscle cells, and then it ignites, activates remodeling of extracellular matrix, actual rejuvenation of the skeletal muscles. Following acute muscle injury, muscle satellite cells are activated for regeneration and formation of new myofibers. In muscle injury, the aged muscle displayed lower regenerated potential than in young muscle. Okay, this is a fact. If it is old elderly person, then of course its regenerative potential is lower. However, collagen deposition in aged skeletal muscles, after these exercises, was partly cleared and remodeled. So both young and aged muscles underwent complete repair and regeneration. This data supports the hypothesis that age-associated changes in extracellular matrix might be driven by decreased activity of the collagen degrading enzymes rather than by increased deposition of collagen. So we have to ignite this remodeling of the extracellular matrix with some enzymes, and these enzymes are produced in case of muscle injury, and muscle injury can be controlled by resistant exercises. In order to produce muscle growth, as we know, it is necessary to use controlled injury of the myofibers in muscle cells by progressive overload during high intensity low volume resistant exercises, and this is during the workout session. This local damage of muscle cells causes a release of insulin-like growth factor 1 and inflammatory molecules that attracts immune cells, activate satellite cells to grow myofibers in muscles. Overall, muscular hypertrophy is defined by three factors. So what we have to, if we want to rejuvenate our body, rejuvenate our muscles, what we have to do? We have to increase total time exposure of the muscles to the maximum mechanical tension. This is why we have to do this resistant exercises slowly at maximum tension, maximum load, but very slowly, like 5 minutes in, 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. And the load should be as close as possible to maximum 1 repetition rate, maximum load. So, and also it is governed by fatigue, and fatigue develops because of production of lactates and reactive oxygen species during the anaerobic resistant exercises. Resistant exercises by definition anaerobic. So if we do it slowly or it is no difference. Again, our muscles is under tension. They don't have enough oxygen to produce energy, so they are in anaerobic conditions, and then it produces pyruvates and lactates in the cell, and this is a signal which can activate satellite cells and activate regrowth and remodeling of the extracellular matrix. So damage, so time exposure should be enough. Damage of myofibers should be at as high high load as possible, close to the maximum. And then we have to go and to develop some fatigue due to production of lactates. Okay, again, it depends on the time exposure. If we go slowly and we do it slowly, then we have this accumulation of the products during anaerobic resistant exercises. Here it is schematically demonstrated the diets that reduce glucose level in blood, such as ketogenic diet. In this research, it was 89% from fat, substantially extended longevity and health span of mice compared to controls, which are getting 65% of energy from carbohydrates. So, and interesting enough, that consumption of lard instead of fish oil produced much better results. So again, we need saturated fat, not unsaturated fat. Okay, we need saturated fatty acids. Okay, here we have this advanced glycation end products, and what it is? It is alteration of protein structure and function. So the misfolded proteins are produced in this advanced glycation end products. And then what is signaling, accumulation of these products leads to signaling. This is producing the signal molecules, and which are actually the signal about aging. So the more of this cross-linking or more of this advanced glycation end products appear, in the more signal molecules which report about aging. And what we have actually, this is a collagen cross-linking and fibrosis, tissue stiffening. Okay, this is how it is normally happening, and what we have as a result, atherosclerosis, diabetic complications, etc. So this is how this advanced glycation end products look like you see, and this we have accumulation in our body, and this is like age spots in skin, for example. We can just see it with naked eye, but especially it is well visible under microscope. And this advanced glycation end products accumulate in liposomes, for example, because we don't have enzymes which can decompose, degrade this advanced glycation end products. So, and this protein glycation happens non-enzymatic. It goes slowly, but it plays important roles in aging. Diet may play important roles in accelerating or suppressing glycation. It is suggested that carnivorous diet contain a potential anti-glycation agent. It is carnosine, beta-alanine histidine of this carnosine. Okay, carnosine. Whilst vegetarians may lack intake of this D-peptide. This is why I follow the carnivore diet. Carnivore diet has this potential anti-glycation agent. The level of glucose in blood is very low, so everything is to reduce aging and even to reverse aging. Due to this carnosine anti-glycating activity, zinc and copper skeleton activity, and low toxicity, this carnosine could be effective anti-aging remedy, an effective anti-aging remedy. While the carnivorous diet could be beneficial because of their high content of this carnosine. Carnosine is, you see here, just people talking about that carnivore diet is very much potential. It is a remedy for rejuvenation. This carnosine made of amino acids beta-alanine and histidine. It is highly concentrated in muscles and brain tissues. Okay, so if we eat red meat, then it is certainly help us to get more of this carnosine. Carnosine is an antioxidant and anti-glycating agent which inhibits sugar-mediated protein cross-linking or glycation. Carnosine is also reacts with glycated proteins and inhibit advanced glycation and product formation. So it is both. It inhibits the accumulation of this advanced glycation and products, but also it suppresses cell senescence in cultured human fibroblasts and even rejuvenates senescent cells. How it is happening? If cross-linking is reduced, I was talking already that senescent cells or zombie cells accumulate because of cross-linking of the extracellular matrix. And if the cross-linking is reduced, then macrophages can eliminate these senescent cells, and the number of the senescent cells is dropping. So we are getting rejuvenation actually. So it delays aging in senescent accelerated mice. So it was research. It was demonstrated that this carnosine was used and described as anti-aging peptide, and levels of carnosine may decline with age sevenfold. Why? Okay, because of many things. But again, you can you can follow a carnivore diet, and then it will be maybe not so much reduced. But importance of carnivore diet is increasing with age. The older the person, the more protein and the animal products he has to consume. Okay, ingestion of this B-alanine also can promote an increase in muscle carnosine levels in humans. Okay, some supplements can promote an increase of this carnosine levels in humans, but together with carnivore diet. L-carnosine improved muscle growth and satellite cells proliferation in pigs. Okay, you can see that this L-carnosine is really can be get in by diet, and it is also it shows that muscle growth improves muscle growth and satellites proliferation in pigs. And carnosine inhibits ATP production in cells from malignant glioma, so it is suppressing development of cancer. Carnosine was identified to be an inhibitor of the vital anaerobic glycolysis. Okay, and carnosine might be considered as potential drug for treatment of this glioma and other tumors because it inhibits glycolic energy metabolism, and that is crucial for cancer cells and malignant gliomas, as shown in the current study. Okay, so you see that again. Following proper diet can inhibit growth of the cancer cells, development of tumors, and because it inhibits the glycolytic energy metabolism, so conversion of glucose to pyruvates and lactates. Okay, so again, proper diet, so much important for rejuvenation. In recent years, researchers studying mice found that giving old animals blood from young ones can reverse some signs of aging. Also, aged mouse blood induces cells and tissue senescence in young animals after even one single blood exchange. And hence, senescent spreads to young mice from old blood. So then you see the induction of senescence is abrogated if old animals are treated with senolytic drugs before the blood exchange, blood transfusion. Destroying senescent cells rejuvenate all circulating blood and improves the health of the tissue. Okay, then this is what I'm talking about, that senescent cells, or so-called zombie cells, they produce a lot of signal molecules. These signal molecules is actually a sign, or this is evidence of aging. The more zombie cells in our body, and the more the signal molecules and other molecules develop senescence. Senescence growing in all tissues if we have somewhere, but the opposite also true. So if we have muscles which are rejuvenated with exercises, then a level of these signal molecules from senescence-associated secretive phenotype of the signal molecules is dropping, and we are actually getting rejuvenation, some relative rejuvenation. And plus, if we kill the senescent cells in some intermittent, we use some intermittent killing of this senescent cell, like once 2 months or 3 months, then it also will be very helpful. But okay, see both. It is quite not so much complicated to understand that why we have to change the diet, why we have to reduce stiffening of the extracellular matrix, how it is it can help us to reduce number of the senescent cells and chronic inflammation, and eventually to rejuvenate our body. Okay, so this is a picture from publication. The transfusion of blood from old mouse to young mouse actually was equivalent to the supply of some signal molecules to the blood of young mouse, and the young mouse started to start aging very quick. So it's not good. So again, there are some ideas that we can use plasma from young people and for own rejuvenation, but I don't think it is a good idea, because the plasma will be polluted with the signal molecules from senescent cells very quick. So it has to be done. In more permanent base. It is like, again, if we grow muscles produce fewer senescent cells. They have fewer senescent cells because extracellular matrix of these grown muscles is elastic, is more elastic. They don't have so many senescent cells, zombie cells inside. And then all the signal, all the senescent secreted phenotype drops. So we are getting like blood transfusion from muscles to other tissues. And again, skeletal muscles, they account for 40% of total body weight. And then, of course, without physical activity, they just deteriorate. Then it's nothing good. And but actually, muscle percentage is in lean muscle percentage is 70 to 90%, and we have a body fat percentage range of 10 to 30%. What we can do with bodybuilding, we can reduce the amount of body fat like to 10% or 15%. Even some people go below 10%, but I don't think it is easy. And athletes typically range like from 7 to 22% of body fat. Again, 10% is realistic. And then muscle mass can be increased very much. And then it is the process that skeletal muscles it will be injured, controllably injured because of high intensity, low volume resistant exercises. And what is happening that these muscles produce after the injury, controlled injury, they produce enzyme, which is creatine kinase, and it is produced and it leaks to bloodstream. And this kinase is enzyme, and it is breaking the collagen. And I believe that, again, there was no research in this direction, but I believe that this kinase, creatine kinase, can, in some sense, rejuvenate the other tissues. Again, it should be done carefully. Not too much injury, but it has to be done regular base, a few times a week, like this. So, but not much. If it is too much, then we can expect that it is not only this remodeling of the extracellular matrix, but also it is producing inflammation in other tissues. We don't need inflammation, so it has to be controlled way. But it takes time, of course. So, but it is, again, so after muscle is injured, it takes about 36 hours to reduce level of creatine kinase to half. But again, so it means 1 day workout, 1 day rest. Everybody have to decide himself or herself what to do. Okay, recovery time after muscle injury can be shortened with supplements containing collagen-specific peptides or gelatin. Okay, this is, again, so you probably can go for workout every day if you get a supplement containing gelatin or collagen. And if you follow carnivore diet, it is just automatically. It is you're getting a lot of collagen from carnivore diet. Okay, these supplements enhanced collagen synthesis and extracellular matrix remodeling in comparison with placebo group after a muscle damaging exercise, which was 150 drop jumps from 60 centimeter box. Okay, so this was research, and then that if it is such exercises, they produce injury, and they then extracellular matrix was rejuvenated actually after this injury. And and especially if to take supplements this collagen containing or gelatin, then recovery time was shorter. Okay, then I use supplements some enzymes that are breaking apart esters of fatty acids and alcohol. It is not from muscles. I used them before I started to go to the gym, but I use it, and it was working. I mean, this idea to use enzymes is working. And for example, on the elasticity I believe that elasticity of my extracellular matrix is improving, and my vital lung capacity and blood pressure are much improved after taking off these enzymes, and not only me, so people who are getting these enzymes also reported that big improvement in blood pressure and also the sense of well-being. Okay, this is just what I was measuring blood pressure. It is not so good because I'm a little bit excited, so the systolic pressure a little bit higher than it should be. I mean, sometimes it is even 80 with something, but it's okay, below 100, and the diastolic pressure 53. And with pulse 47, sometimes if I'm measuring blood pressure after at morning, soon after I wake up, then it is even heartbeat rate even slower. But it's again, these parameters are better than in newborn baby. This, I believe, that evidence that my enzymes working, and together with workouts, together with the gym, I hope to get better results. Okay, this video may contain copyright material, and then I'm not getting any financial benefit from posting of this video, so I don't violate patent law. And again, I'm not a medical professional or experienced athlete. What I'm doing, presentation I'm doing, I'm making mostly for myself to learn what can I do for own rejuvenation. And this is just information material. It is not advice on any kind, and I'm not going to disclose my personal protocol because I am afraid that some people will follow my protocol, and some procedures what I'm following there are quite not only complicated but can have some adverse effects if you don't do them properly, and I don't want to take any responsibility for this. So, but okay, but if you follow my videos, and if you download presentations and read the sources, you can probably get to the same idea that carnivore diet and then this resistant exercises are very important for rejuvenation, and plus supplements. And again, I started to do it recently, and great feeling. And so I just, when I go home from the gym, I feel myself like I'm Superman, and it is so much better, so much satisfying feeling. In my age 65, I don't feel myself old. Okay, thank you for watching the video and supporting my channel. Please comment, subscribe, like, ask questions, and share information. Have a wonderful day.